A lot of people reference Jujubes to that candy that you had as a kid. Imagine going back to being able to tell yourself you're eating a Jujube, but it's healthy for you. It's a Chinese date, but it's a fun fruit. It's like this cool little brown superfood. I'm Margarita Smith, and I am the official Jujube picker of Mud Creek Ranch. Mud Creek is 55 acres. We're located in Santa Paula, California. Our Jujubes are as organic as they come, because who wants to eat chemicals? No one does. Jujubes, it's in the berry shrub family. It's a very unique fruit. It's been around for centuries. They've used it in Chinese medicine for something like 5,000 years. And at Mud Creek, when we harvest the Jujubes, we harvest them in 2 stages, which is the fresh like this, crunchy, brown, and then the other way that we harvest it is when they're fully wrinkled and dried up like this and shrivelly. The nutrition changes from the fresh to the dried ones. When they're fresh, they have more fiber and there's more vitamin C than an orange. When they're dried, you get magnesium. It has a little bit more iron and more potassium out of it, which is that thing that really helps the tea with the blood cleansing. That's why we really take the time to pick the best fruit. And the flavor of it is really cool too. When you start having it like this, there's more sweet dried apple, crunchy flavor, which is really interesting. And then when you have them like this, it's this chewy little brown date looking thing on the inside, and they have pits. But it's got this caramely, dried up, sweet apple, there's hints of pear, but then it's got like that sweet date flavor to it and texture. It's a really cool fruit. We planted the Jujube trees about 15 years ago. And for a tree fully developed to start producing fruit, it takes about 5 years. After that, you get one small harvest, but the following years, you'll have an abundance on it. It takes about 6 months for the fruit to fully develop on the tree to make them all this luscious brown, sweet ripeness. The harvesting of the Jujube takes some time just because they are tiny. You go up and you pick a cluster, and then you have to go down the ladder, and then you move the ladder, and then you do the same thing, and like, it's a fun day though. After harvesting, I come back to the barn and then I process it and filtering out, taking the leaves out of the packaging, and then also going through and making sure that there's no bad ones when we're placing them in the baskets for the farmer's market. I think with the Jujubes grown at Mud Creek, what makes them stand out more is that we actually really do wait for full maturity and we hand pick them. I go out to the orchard every day before market to go harvest them fresh, and I think a lot of people can tell. The size of a Jujube and with the flavor profile, you can put it in smoothies just like you would a date, especially the dried ones. The fresh ones, those I'll shred and like make a chutney out of it, or kind of substitute it for a fresh apple if you're doing like coleslaw, or if you just wanted it in your yogurt or granola and things like that. And then the dried one, super easy, like making a tea. I just rip it open, and that's when I steep it in water for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I drink the tea. That's this slightly refreshing, sweet, subtle thing. I would definitely say Jujube is probably one of the healthiest things you could ever have for yourself. It's like this cool little brown, awesome fruit. A Jujube a day makes the fun stay. Like, who wouldn't want that?